What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the TC Trading channel. So in today's video, we're going to be diving into the Webull active trade widget. How do we use that, what it means, and how you can use that in your own trading. We're just going to get started and jump right on in. So let me get myself out of the way. I'll put myself over on the left-hand side in a second so we can see this. We're looking at SPY. We're going to active trade SPY today. So we're going to day trade SPY in this example, okay? So I'm going to look at the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Look at this beautiful rebound back to the upside. Look at this kind of like U-shaped, W-shaped recovery after the dip today. The Fed meeting, there was some talks. The Fed meeting, highly anticipated. Sell the news event and then rebound into the close is what we're looking at as of right now. So let me get myself out of the way, or like a little bit smaller, so we can see things a little bit better. Now, we don't have the active trade widget pulled up. So how do we get that? Now, what you need to do on your Webull desktop layout, up in the top right, there will be a toolbox, okay? That toolbox will be the Add Widget toolbox. Under there, go to the Trade tab and then click on Active Trade. That'll bring up this widget. Now, if you want a video detailing how to add in all the different parts, there's a video. If you type in Webull customized layout, my video should pop up either on this channel or the video on my personal channel, Thomas Carvo. That video will pop up and it will discuss how to build your customized layout. But for the sake of this video, we're just diving into active trade. So I pulled it up, now it's here. Now I want to actually organize this so I can use this. So let me move it over for just 1 second. Let me move the chart a little bit to the left so that we can actually use this. And then once we do that, we'll dive right on in. So our setup here isn't perfect by any means. Ideally, I would like to move some things around to fill in this blank space, but for the sake of this video, that's all we need to do. So when you have the active trade widget pulled up, you can customize this widget. Now, first off, what we need to do is we need to make sure that it's set to the proper group. I'm going to set it to group 1 because we look at this chart right here. See, there's this little 1 in blue right there. That's group 1. See how this on this tab right here, group 1 for time and sales, for level 2, for the quote. You want to make sure that when you change the stock you're looking at, for example, if I go from SPY to Apple, I want to make sure that when I do that, I actually can change that across all of my widgets. So for example, let's go AAPL, and then Apple will pull up, and now Apple goes on the chart, on the active trade, on the quote, level 2, time and sales. So we just want to make sure that we have that under control, okay? Now let's go back to SPY really quick. Now we're going to dive into SPY. We're going to be buying 10 shares of SPY with the active trade widget right here, and we'll be able to use that really quick. So what the purpose of this is to get in and get out. That's the purpose of doing this, and that's why people like to use this. Now, of course, you have to understand when you're using market orders, you can't use a market order in the pre-market or after hours. So this is actually a order, or this is actually a type of trading widget that you'll want to use during normal market hours. So from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern. Webull does offer you the hours from 4 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. So take advantage of that. But for the purpose of that, you'll need to use limit orders when you're executing trades in the after hours or the pre-market hours, okay? So when we do this, we can use the buy market and the sell market. Now, the reason why is because this will get us in and get us out in seconds. So if I want to buy 10 shares of SPY here at 323.02, I click on buy 10 market, immediately it's going to do this. Now I can actually bypass this order confirmation if I go into my settings and I change that. So what I can do is I can click on this buy market 10, click on that, click buy, and then within seconds, boom, I'm in. I'm already in with 10 shares at 422.92. Now when I want to sell that, all I got to do is click this button and the exact same process will happen. So let's see if we can get a couple cents to the upside on SPY before we sell it. If not, let's just cut that loss. Now, real quick, before we sell, when you're using these market orders, you're going to be getting filled between the bid and the ask. Now on SPY, not a huge deal, but on a stock where there's a large spread percentage-wise between the bid and the ask price, that is a little bit less useful. You want to use this on a stock that's very liquid, that's trading a lot of volume. We can see that there's a lot of action here on time and sales, showing you all the orders going through. There's plenty of orders. We can see the level 2 is moving very nicely. That's where this is most effective and this is most useful, but it's going to get you in and out fast without having to type in orders, prices, all that different stuff. You're going to get in, you're going to get out. So now it's pulling back. I'm just going to sell my 10 market just to get out of this trade so we can show you the next example here. So I click on sell 10 market, boom, and just like that, I'm out of my position. Now, when I want to do this, I can buy at the ask and sell at the bid. What is that going to do? If I click on buy 10 ask, boom, just like that, I'm going to get immediately filled at the ask. That means you're essentially automatically going to get in because you're buying at the asking price. You're not bidding on the stock, right? You're not trying to get in a little bit lower. You're just buying what the sellers are offering you right now. Now, if I want to sell, I'm going to sell 10 at the bid. What does that mean? Well, that means I am just going to sell into the bid. Now, this could bring the stock price down. Obviously, if your position sizing is fairly large when you're doing this, but the purpose of this is to get you out fast. You're selling right into the buyers. The buyers are stacking up at the bid and you're selling right into those buyers. So I click on sell 10 bid. And if I click on that, we're going to get out at the bid. And just like that, we're out of our position. Now, those are the standardized settings when it comes to the active trading widget, but you can customize that. And that's where things get really exciting. Okay. So if I click on the top right to the right-hand side of that group of that number one, click on this, I go to active trade settings. Boom. Now we can actually see that we have a lot of options here and we can set things how we see fit. So if I wanted to change that from buy ask to buy bid to automatically bid, then I can do that. If I wanted to change it to buy it and have a customized type of order, I can do all that right here. And when you click on the type of order, for example, buy market, it's going to set me up with, for example, a hotkey if I want to use that. And I've already filmed a video going over how to utilize Webull hotkeys, but we can set all this stuff up all right on the back end right here. You can even use options. There's an options customization tab here as well. And all of that stuff will show up right here as you select it. If I click on all of these things, it's going to show it up, right? So now I have a lot more options. So you can build this out as you see fit. It really is up to you, up to your preferences, and up to what you want to see when you're looking at your active trade widget. But that's pretty much how it works. Now, when it comes down to your order settings, we can actually change this as well. So for example, I can click reset to default and it'll go back to what we had originally. And once I click reset to default right now, I can come back here, I go to my share size and I can change this to a percentage, or I can change it to an actual dollar amount, or I can go to a share size. So maybe for a standard order, I'll use 100 shares. And if I trade stocks all in the same price range, boom, I can utilize that 100 share position size and it's automatically going to change that for all of these buttons right here. And so think of this as like a stream deck. Think of this as like hotkeys, but more visual. So if you don't like looking at your keyboard and having to type in like, Command Shift X or whatever, you set up your hotkeys to be, or Shift 4 or whatever it is, you can have just a quick and easy active trade window. Click on buy market 100 shares, boom. Or if you want to change your share size, click on this right here and you can have your custom share size set, which you can set in the settings section. So that's the importance and that's the use when it comes to the active trade widget. And I think it's really, really useful for someone who's more of a scalper or a very quick active trader. If you're more of a swing trader or a longer term investor, it probably doesn't matter. It's kind of cool to have, but it won't necessarily matter for the most part if you get in exactly at this second right now, or if you get out right when you want to get out. Generally, a limit order will work just fine, which you can utilize if you go back to our widget section. You can utilize that under the classic trade widget, which if I pull this guy up right here, you can spend the time yourself to enter in your limit prices, all that stuff, right? I can enter my limit price, I can enter my share size, time in 4, stop loss, I can add a stop loss, add a take profit. I can do all that stuff if I would like to. So as we see right here, let me get rid of this, remove the trade widget, and let me go back here and go back and do a quick buy 10 market right now on SPY as it's pushing it up and bouncing off of VWAP. So we got filled here at 422.87. If we take a look at where it's trading right now, it's up a couple cents. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a rebound trade right here and lock in some gains on the way up. So now for this sell, I'm actually going to sell my shares at the ask minus 1 cent, which essentially will mean, okay, at the time I submit that order, on the right-hand side on level 2, what the asking price is, subtract 1 cent, and that's where it's going to put my order at the time. So if I click on that as it pushes on up, let's see if I can get a better price. We're right around where we are. Okay, here we go. It's pushing on up. Let me sell this right here at the ask minus 1. Boom, I got sold, and now I made a solid 10-cent profit on that trade. So if I wanted to get in, get out, make sure I sell towards the ask, and I don't want to use a market order or a market sell because I might get filled towards the bid, well, I can utilize that sell 10 at the ask, and I customize that so it's not just at the ask. I have it set to ask minus 1 cent. This way I'm getting filled just under the asking price. So that's how it works. Hopefully this video was helpful. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button down below and check out some other videos we have here going over our Webull playlist if you have more questions on this platform. There's a lot of stuff here and they keep building it on out, so we'll continue to make videos as people have questions. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Consider subscribing if you want these types of videos. And also check out those channel links down below. Stock Trends and Thomas Carva. If you guys like the content here, good chance you'll like some of the content over there. there. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Grab those 2 free stocks with the Webull platform if you like it. Link down below to get 2 free stocks when you sign up, deposit $100 with the platform to get started. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.